Hey everyone, we are the Gratitude Girls.
The gratitude girls are in the house. Hi, Laurie. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you, Kathryn?
I'm fantastic. I'm so happy to be here today.
Yes, me too. I'm so excited. One, I'm glad we have internet because we've been in little ice mageddon over here, but
Oh, I can relate to that. We didn't have internet for like 21 days. Let's not get into that. That's another show.
right. Tonight we are going to talk to you about from gratitude to oneness. Remembering who you are. And that sounds so simple, right? And everything gratitude is very simple, but it just takes time to do it. But it has the power to change everything if you let it. So, what gratitude actually it opens the door for you, right? Because gratitude isn't just about like being polite or being positive. It's actually a remembrance tool.
That's such a good point. What we mean by that is gratitude. It can, but it doesn't just help us feel better. What it does is a big tool and an aid for us to be reminded of who we are. So when you remember, think about who you are. When you remember who you are, everything changes. How you lead, how you love, how you respond, and how you create.
Right, exactly. And so gratitude is the foundation, right? You build your house on a foundation, right? Gratitude is your foundation. So when I look back over my life, like all the hard seasons, the lonely ones, the confusing ones, the things that carried me through, it wasn't willpower or hustle. I have those and I take care of those, right? But it was gratitude. Not just gratitude for things, but gratitude for like the people in my life, for the health that I had in that moment, for the grace that I was given, for the wisdom that was passed down through generations. Y'all hear me talk about all the time. My grandmother or my mom told me this or that or whatever, right? Gratitude is the thing that got me over that hump and helped me keep going.
Gratitude is something we choose. It isn't something that you earn. That's really important, key to remember. Whether you are 5 years old or 95 years old, it really doesn't matter where you are in your journey. Gratitude works, it engages, it ignites every single time. It opens the heart. And when our heart opens, clarity appears, it returns.
Right, exactly. And when you're thinking about things, don't think like you lost your power because you haven't. You just forgot it, right? So you want to always know, no matter what, nothing's wrong with you. You haven't failed. You're not broken. You're not behind. Maybe you just forgot who you are. But remembering starts with gratitude.
Okay, think about this. Some of us, many of us, are living far beneath our birthright. It's not because we're incapable, but because we were misinformed. We learned limitation, we learned fear, we learned separation. And none of that is who you or we really are. Gratitude helps wake up, it helps us wake up to your original design.
Right, exactly. And so going from that separation to oneness, most of us live like we're separate. It's me versus you. It's my needs versus your needs. It's lack versus abundance. That separation might be useful, but it's not true. And it's how we experience contrast, but it's not the deeper reality.
Okay, let's let's think about this. Laurie, let me ask you a question. The deeper the reality is, there's one field of life expressing itself in many forms. When you remember that, what happens? Completion softens. Fear loses its grip. Do you ever hear, hold on tight? Fear loses its grip. Cooperation becomes natural, instinctual. And we stop chasing connection because you realize you are connection.
Right, exactly. And ego, so many people talk about ego, right? Like that's a bad thing, but it's really it's not the enemy. I mean, it can be a bad thing depending on how you handle it, right? But it's not the enemy. Ego is just the interface. It gives the infinite a way to experience the finite. So, but the problem comes when we think the ego is pat on the back, who we are.
So here's a powerful reframe. Let's look at that and reframe it, Laurie. You have a name, but you are not your name. You have a story, but you are not your story. Your story is content. Your name is context. You are the field behind it all. So when you remember that, the ego relaxes and the energy or the flow returns.
Exactly. So gratitude goes to coherence, goes to compassion. And it was so helpful for me back in 2013 when we lost my kid's dad in a wreck and I needed gratitude in my life. And how perfect was it that I met Kathryn and we started Gratitude Girls? And that helped me walk through that process so well. When gratitude becomes your baseline, something incredible happens. For me, not only did I get an incredible best friend, but your mind, your heart, and your body comes into that coherence and you feel more aligned. You feel more intuitive and you feel more grounded. And that alignment doesn't just affect you, it affects everyone around you.
And I too have an incredible friend and companion in you, Laurie. I remember that day, and I will remember that second when we touched hands when we met on stage. That is something that lives between us at all times, and we relive it, and that's what lifts us up, the wind beneath our wings. And this is why compassion becomes natural. It's not forced, it's not performative, it's not exhausting. Compassion is what unity looks like when we're in action. You don't help someone because you should help them. You help because it feels impossible not to do it. So think about that. You don't help someone because you should. You help someone because it feels impossible not to. Your presence becomes the prescription, the medicine.
Right, exactly. So, what's your medicine? What's your practical daily practice? We're going to give you a prescription, right? So, think about this. How do you live it? You start small. Start every morning or every evening or both, even just 2 minutes. This is Kathryn's favorite part, but I love stealing it sometimes. Breathe slowly. In through your nose for 4, hold for 2, out your nose for 6. Sit quietly and just ask yourself, who's aware of this breath?
Feel open to repeat that breath. During the day, see others as expressions of the same source. Look beyond the behavior to the essence. Choose one act of contribution daily. Smile. A message. Pick up your phone, send a text message, send a card. Encouragement. Pat someone on the back, cheer them on. Not as an effort, but as the field of serving itself.
Right, exactly. And at night, ask yourself, what did I remember today? What what did I forget? Where did I forget? Celebrate the remembering, release the rest, write in your gratitude girls journal your 5 things that you're grateful and thankful for that happened that day.
Think about this, your wholeness remembering itself as you. You're not a fragment trying to become whole. You're already whole.
Right, exactly. And gratitude isn't the end of the journey. It's simply the doorway. Because when you remember who you are, peace replaces striving and your body feels safe. Presence replaces pressure and alignment replaces force. And then life begins to move through you just effortlessly.
Let's have some closing affirmations together. Laurie, we can say them together because we know what they are. So if you have a pen or you want to use your phone, write these down or watch the replay. So let's say them together. We'll start with the first one. I am connected.
Connected.
I
I am
am grateful.
grateful.
I
I am
am aligned.
aligned.
What blesses
What blesses
others
others
blesses
blesses
me.
me.
I
I
remember
remember
who
who
I
I
am.
am.
That's
Isn't that
powerful.
Yes. Isn't it? Isn't it amazing? Doesn't it just like if you did that with us, doesn't it just make you feel like I feel more in tuned, right?
It feels like we have a shared experience. We plan on doing this. It's part of our routine. If you're watching tonight for the first time and you'd like to incorporate this into your routine, speak to us about how you can do that with Laurie and I. You can do that by yourself, but if you'd like to take this to a level of gratitude where it reflects in your life, we are here to discuss that with you. Laurie, how does somebody get with us?
Yeah, absolutely. You can always send us a message at gratitudegirlscoaching@gmail.com. But you can go to our website, gratitudegirls.com. You can look at all our past trainings and shows and everything. You can click on coaching to see how you can get with a meeting with us to discuss some different things, whatever you want us to go over with you. And if you want to be on our show that's coming up soon, you can meet with us on the fourth Tuesday night of every month. So make sure to click on that option too and see how to go through on that. And follow us, of course, on all social media at Gratitude Girls.
Laurie, I'm so thrilled and honored to be here. And I love that I can play on this Mac because these hearts just light me up. So thank you for all that you do. And to our audience, thank you for being here. And I want to thank all the questions and answers that have been coming into us and how we frame and present our trainings. It really means a lot to us. So thank you. And if you have our cell phone numbers, just text us. Don't take the long road, take the short road. We'll respond to you.
Yes, absolutely. And if you have an idea for something you'd like us to train on or a comment on something that we have trained on, screenshot our video from LinkedIn, from TikTok, from Facebook, from Instagram, from Spotify, from Apple Podcasts, wherever you found us. Screenshot it and tag us in your stories, and we will reply to you also. And thank you for it. Thanks so much, everyone. We'll see you
Thank
next
you.
week.
Ciao.